All right, man. We here. You know, nigga. You know, people early for the bull. Everybody here pulled up early for the bull. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gonna get
So,
this podcast.
episode 15, man. It's a special one because it was a lot of stuff that happened over the weekend. Good, some good and bad, but like the messages that I got, as far as just like me and the Remy battle was kind of crazy, and I just wanted to address that. But I was like, you know what? I might as well address everything while I'm right here.
Let's get to it,
So before we get started, right? How y'all fellas doing? Cause it's gonna be a little minute. We're gonna be here to talk about everything.
man. It's good. We here
Yeah,
again,
like, you
man.
just ready to hear. You just ready to hear what's going on. He ain't even trying to talk. Just like a nigga, man. All right, so I'm gonna start off with this, right? Um, I keep getting these messages from said person, which is Chrome. I'm gonna tell you like this, Chrome, cause I'm on BS today. I'm not protecting no pedophile. I'm not deleting no messages. We not doing that, Chrome. You did what you did, and that's on you. Just straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't you wasn't worried about it, what nobody thought when you was doing it. So don't keep hitting us up talking about delete stuff. You do know you was well known over here. You was a part of the elite roster. So people are going to know about that, and then you're gonna become a battle bar. That's how it's gonna be. Clone bars. It's gonna be just like I gotta hear about do rag bars. You're gonna hear about being a pedophile, and it's not my job to protect your image once you get involved with stuff like that. I don't have no sympathy, no feelings for no pedophile. I just wanted to start off with that. Y'all got anything to say
Nasty
about?
work, bro. Nasty
Yeah,
fucking work.
because
And there's no fixing
the
that.
message I got was basically like, can you take it down? I don't want people to know I did that. All this other stuff, and I'm like, well, nah, you wasn't thinking about that when you did
Yeah.
Like I said before, I told you what need to happen now. Ain't nothing getting
it.
took down.
Yeah, like I'm not protecting no pedophile image.
When he was using
Like,
his job to get little kids, he wouldn't want nobody to take it. He didn't want no. He let everybody know he was a substitute.
right.
So I
And on
mean,
top of that, if that was your little sister, you would want the person that
matter of
did.
fact, they can call us what they want to call us. We need to find out whatever school system he was working in, and we need to get them this information. He need to get locked up.
Well, to my understanding, he did get on suspension because one that type of situation, I'm assuming you got to investigate first before you just, you know what I'm saying? Even though they got the proof, but I'm just saying
Yeah, but
maybe
suspension
investigate.
is not the answer for that, bro. If that was your
Yeah,
daughter, bro, that's not the final answer for that. No way.
yeah, no.
That's fucked up, bro. You got to
Hey, but
answer for shit like that for
young
sure.
black kings, man, young black kings,
Oh
young
man.
black
Get in
kings,
line.
Ah,
Get in
yeah,
line.
I'm
young black
sorry,
kings.
man. My
All
bad,
right,
man.
so over the weekend, I just want to say that for Chrome because I'm not protecting no pedophile. Like you did what you did. Don't hit me up. I'm not responding no more. We talked the night you hit my phone. I talked to you because because I just wanted to see where your mindset was. I didn't like the answers you gave me. He was basically like he gonna get help. Like ain't no help for that. You nasty. Only help you need is to get punched in your face.
Do you think there's really help for that?
I
Like in all
don't
seriousness,
know,
that's
man.
just it's just a cop out saying, bro. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
some help, bro. Is there
Every
really
time
help for
somebody get in
that?
trouble, they need help all of a sudden.
Yeah, like there
Yeah,
is no
so
help. You
I
just
say
gonna
that
do
to
that.
say we did have a person say his name in a bar. Just join we just join. We talking about Chrome hitting me up, basically asking could we protect his image. But that's basically what I got out of it. So yeah, we had an event. Did he say he had proof that everything is false? No, he ain't had no proof. He just basically was like, I'm gonna try to get help. I know it was wrong, so I'm
Hey,
not
hold
protecting.
up, hold up. The messages was all the proof I needed to see between
Yeah,
him and that
right.
child.
Exactly.
Like this ain't like nobody making this up. Cause and I'm gonna be honest with you, when it was brought to me, I said, I don't like speaking on that, about with no, it was a group thing because we all said the same thing. Like,
Right.
we ain't got no evidence. It ain't nothing I can. It's
Right.
all
But once
hearsay.
we seen
But
that, yeah.
then when the evidence came out, yes, Lord, have mercy. I said
Yeah.
this man needs to. We need to go back to the old way.
So the way I feel like for some reason I feel like somebody's still cool with him because when we had the anniversary card, he hit me up after that, and somebody said a pedophile bar, and somebody said a pedophile bar on Saturday, and he hit me up again. So somebody around here is still cool with him. I don't know who, but obviously he's getting the message that we talking about. He's getting bars about him. So he keep hitting me up on some like, can you take it out the group chat with it? I'm like, no, I'm not protecting no pedophile. Like I'm not doing that.
Absolutely not,
So I don't
bro.
know who's
Can't
still
stand with that.
cool. I don't know who's still cool with him, or maybe he got a burner page. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Show shot said I ain't saying he did it. Nah, he did it, bruh. He was watching the stream off a burner. I said the same thing. So for me, I'm not protecting no pedophile chrome. Them messages gonna stay up in the group chat. Now what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna go out my way to say it happened either. Like I'm not about to tell everybody it happened either. Like I'm not thinking about you like that. But if bars come about and stuff like that, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not about to censor our content because of something you knew it wasn't right. Cause the messages clearly said the messages clearly said, do you think this is right? So you even if you didn't know if it was right or wrong, you had a you thought about it.
The
So
inkling, yeah,
yeah,
that's
like come on.
terrible. And
If I think something wrong, if I gotta question something, it's wrong.
it's not your job to protect his public image anyway. So that
Right.
doesn't even make sense. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm
And I'm not
saying?
protecting no pedophile.
Yeah,
Point blank period.
no.
So what really made me want to talk about everything is because this situation that happened over the weekend, me and Remy the Menace was supposed to battle. Now, leading up to the battle, he was talking up until 13 days before. So he basically battled Young Bo. They say he choked in that battle. So I felt like it was two things that was going through my mind. Like, all right, maybe he focused on me because he know the importance of this battle is more important than any other battle because the back and forth. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe he's focused. Then the other thought in my mind was like, maybe he got discouraged from choking, whatever, and he just trying to lock in. So when I kept talking to him in the inbox, he wasn't responding. Then obviously a couple people that he close to, probably Josh, they was basically saying he locked in, whatever. So I just kept practicing, never thought nothing of it. Um, Literally like 5 o'clock come around, he finally texted me like, "Yo, I can't do it." So I'm like, I'm not the league owner that's gonna curse you out and do all this extra stuff. So we throw a lot of events. I'm like, "Yo, can you do it on May 31st?" Like, "Yo, let me check my schedule. My bad, I know this unprofessional." I haven't talked to him since then. So it was weird because the next morning I wake up and I don't know if it was later that day because I just seen it was like, yo, the fact that this battle didn't happen, can Stat get the battle? First of all, why would I set up a battle on my platform just to give it to another? It don't even got nothing to do with Stat, but the fact that it is Stat is more highlighted now because it just sound crazy. So he get in my inbox, he like, yeah, I pay you if you do the battle over here. Da, da, da. I'm like, why do y'all always think money is the motive to do everything? Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm not one of the people. I don't need money, bro. Like, I don't get why niggas be throwing money at people like we strippers or something. Like, money sometimes principles is more important than money. So I just like, yo, be for real. Like, if it's not happening when we originally had it, why would I bless your platform with that type of battle? I wouldn't even battle. First of all, I wouldn't battle over there in general. This nothing got anything to do with no money, nothing. So for me, it was just like it was all weird. And then, cause if I was a money hungry dude, I'd just be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It just looked like they trying to push a motive behind the battle. And I mean Stat. Yeah, I mean, like it wasn't really nothing. It was just supposed to be one of the battles. It's on
All
the
right.
platform.
So let me say this. Let me
Yeah,
say this. So when I found out that the battle didn't happen or whatever, because I am me, I'm gonna instigate me some stuff.
right.
I was like, hey yo, hey yo, Remy, like you duck Damo? He was like, I ain't duck nobody. or whatever. He said he had a wisdom tooth issue or
Right.
whatever, and that he was gonna do the battle, but his tooth was hurting or something like that, or what. I don't want to say something he didn't say or whatever. And I was like, I can understand the tooth issue because I had a tooth issue. You know, I ain't go too deep into it because I literally had a tooth issue,
Yeah, I
so I
had a
know how.
toothache too. I had to
Bro,
pay like,
toothaches
yeah,
ain't nothing to play with. Man, we had talked.
yeah,
I told you I still got my
ibuprofens,
mouth.
all of that.
Yeah, 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 all the whole nine. But once you get
Yeah,
to a point where nothing ain't working, it got to go. You know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I understand that. So and then Stat was like, "Oh, I want to get this battle or whatever. I book it on my league. I pay both of y'all this, that, and the third." I'm like, "Well, that's kind of shisty as fuck," you know,
Hey, hey, young
because
black king, young
I'm
black king.
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's kind of shisty because like that's not a battle you came up with. You know what I'm saying?
right, right. And on
So
top of that,
it don't make
the
no.
argument was neutral grounds.
Yeah,
So I'm like, if I go to Mississippi, that's not neutral for me. So
that's
that's
fact.
why I set it up. Even if it's in Atlanta, I'm well known in Atlanta. I got one of the biggest platforms in Atlanta. So I didn't want to
Hmm.
do it in Atlanta. I wanted to make it so it's for him and it's neutral for both of us.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
So
what
and
other place but Tulsa?
that's my thing. And like, why would you want to go and battle on a league with five people in the building? That's all
Right.
battle rappers. Like that's the other thing. Like, so I mean, I thought it would have been a good. It would have been a good battle because he was the former. Like this is why I said don't make no sense for Stat to get the battle because for one, you have your own league. You quit your league, and Damo got it. You know what I'm saying? So like it's the new face versus the old face. You know what I'm saying? When he was a part of said platform, so it makes sense. It don't make sense on your platform. Stat just be trying to do stuff like, and that's his problem, bro. He don't be making sense, and he underhanded, and he's shisty or whatever. Like, you know, so that's how that is.
So I just got a message from Remy. He said, tell people to stop capping. We not capping on you. We didn't say you was lying. We said we just I don't know. I don't know what you thought you heard, but we didn't say you was capping. We said we know how a toothache feel.
I just said that.
I don't
Yeah,
know. But
I
it's
got a
so
question.
crazy. For me it's crazy because Remy, you messaging me now, but when I was hitting you up all through the battle, you had nothing to say. So this is the
Mm.
type of stuff I be talking about. So for the for the to entertain Shoshada's point, they do he tries to use the he tried to use hold on, he said I hear somebody in the lane. You not listening. You're not listening with me. But anyway, uh
Dude, what do we? I literally said
right.
verbatim. He said he had a tooth issue.
Remy
I
just go
said
back and
I
listen.
understand
Right.
about the tooth issue
Anyway,
because I had a tooth issue. You had the same thing, so we
yeah,
talked about that. You
right.
know.
So we never I don't know what you thought you heard Remy, but we never said you was lying. So anyway, to entertain Shoshada's comment, for me, right, it's like you trying to use the anonymous post thing to get your point across. Well, you could literally just say, "Hey, I want the battle." So for me, it's like I run a league, and I also run a Facebook group. So even to this point, right? Let's say you did tell somebody to write that and say, "Oh, the battle didn't go down, so now I want the battle." Nah, it don't work like that, bro. Like even if it wasn't me and Remy, you still wrong for trying to get the battle. So my point to that is that okay, let's say this anonymous person did write this, so you trying to hide behind an anonymous wall, and don't nobody know. You still gotta approve it. You're the league owner, so you can't say you
Hmm.
didn't know about it because if I see a post approval, I don't know how they group work, but over here we have to see the message before we approve it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
was and that was my question. So you're saying that somebody else had to throw the alley oop for him for the battle, like he was underhanded for trying to get it from Remy in the first place, but
Right.
then on top of that, you try to hide behind a burner
Hey, Big
or
Cat, I'm just
somebody
asking a
else had
question
to
because
ask you.
He's listening right now. Did you say he was lying about the toothache, or did I miss something? Because I didn't
I
say
didn't know
anything.
I said anything. I'm pretty sure I've been on mute, bro. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
That's what I say. I don't know where he
I
getting that from.
I don't know nothing about the story.
Nobody said
I
he
didn't hear
lying.
nobody say anything
I've
about
been
him
on
lying.
mute. I don't know him, so I didn't
Right.
speak on that. So
So for me, it's like okay, say you got your anonymous league owner, staff, whoever to write the post. You still have to approve it. Now, to be fair, I don't know how they run theirs over there. Maybe anybody can post because I know you can make your group set up to a point where anybody can post. But ours is just post approval because I only like promoting the stage. Like I don't want other people content in our platform. So I got ours on post approval.
Mhm.
So
He got his on post approval too, and he like, bro,
okay,
this
so
the
he
this the
somebody
this the
approved it then.
yeah. So it's the
He know
dirty mess
about it.
he do. Like he
Yeah,
posted a old video because like Stat try to do anything to fit his narrative, right? So Stat posted an old video. I think it was from like my third battle I ever had, the back in 2020, right? And he posted it on his thing and posted it in the group chat. I'm like, why won't you post anything up to date? Like, why are you posting something that was like my third battle ever? You know what I'm saying? And I'm
yeah.
like, but the crazy part about it was I got on you so bad when you choked against Rob. You kicked me out your group, but now I can get back in the group or whatever. But you want to post about me in your group?
And let me just say this too,
It's
like
crazy. And then you
I'm
hide
not
behind an
like
anonymous
this
page.
what y'all don't understand too. A lot of people don't understand like bro, like this is battle rap. Like we not out to get y'all, but y'all know how it go, bro. You if you mess up, you take accountability. It's the same way when Bishop choked. I done choked before. I done pulled out my phone. Everybody got on me about it. Big Cat done messed up before. We got on him about it. Show shot
Everybody,
done messed up.
everybody does.
Nobody's exempt, bro. Even when I mess up in my battles, I edit the footage. I can literally just edit out my chokes if I want to, or edit out when I put out my phone. But the fact that I gotta lead by example and I tell my guys to take accountability, I had to do that too. So y'all gotta
Right.
stop this motion that we out to get people. Like
Bro, and
if you're not doing right, we're gonna tell you about it. It's simple.
that's the thing, bro. Everybody feel like, bro. My thing is right. How did that? His thing is like, oh, people love entertainment. That's what moved the culture. How did entertainment help you when you had the stage? Because it did not help you. You
Right.
wound up quitting on the league. You got kicked out of UBL South. Like you were the laughing stock of UBL South. You had our division looking bad. Then you
Right.
started your own league. Quit that league. Now you don't start two
So,
other fucking leagues.
like I said, and then like
Like,
I said, for me, bro, like I'm not this the thing, bro. First of all, I'm not one of them league owners that's trying to be like in the spotlight. I'm gonna tell you from my perspective. The only reason why I battle OG Moon and I'm about to battle Brinks Belvy is because OG Moon choked against Mike Beasley. Normally, when you pay a name and they choke, they give you a free battle the next time. So then
mm-hmm.
I battled him. Brinks Belvy, he didn't do too good against Casey. He said, "Hey, I'll give you a free battle if I battle you." That's how I became. That's how I battled these names. I didn't battle these names because I want to set them up. And all my guys on my roster got names before I was even thinking about getting me a name. So I'm not trying to be the league owner that's trying to be in the spotlight. I don't care, bro. Like I don't care to be looked at as the best. I don't care what y'all think about me. I'm more so about pushing my guys. And if people want to have the narrative of like, oh, you got the old roster. I have nobody from that roster except Keno and Dylan. Everybody else, when I took over the league, I literally kicked everybody out that wasn't good to me. So I don't have nobody old roster. All these people you see now, Jay Skizzle, Brings Belvy, Big Cat, King Show Shada, Tron G, Headache, Trey Boogie was considered Dolo's talent from what I knew.
Mm-hmm.
All these people you see my new roster, I went out and found that. This not nobody. The only people that's still around from that is to my knowledge is Dylan and Keynote. Mike Beasley wasn't a part of the stage. He's part of UBL. So when Mike
That's a fact.
when I started the stage, GSO was still around. They kind of, wandered off. Some people, we didn't see eye to eye. Me and Rob Raw, like that's still my brother. We locked in. Me and Rob still trying to battle this year too. So to me, I don't have the old roster except Dylan Keno, and if you want to put Trey Boogie in there, everybody else on the roster is my new talent that I found. So this is another thing. Like a lot of people get on me about like because Bishop, you do it all the time. You like, who is these niggas?
I'm
But that's
facts.
me.
Who is
That's
these
me trying to
niggas?
find talent. I have to go through that process of saying who is these niggas. So now that I do have the talent that I want to move forward with, I feel like we got what we need. You feel me? Like this is who I want to continue with. And anybody, this is the thing about me. I'm not one of them league owners that be trying to like just use my bro card for everything. Anybody and Cat, you could stop me when I lie. Anytime y'all ever battle, it's either who y'all won the battle or I try to at least compensate something. Stop me when I'm lying.
Every time. Keep going.
So I don't have a roster where it just, oh, I'm just trying to use the bro code. Like, I'm not trying to be friends with nobody. That's what y'all don't understand. I do business. I don't do friendship. This is why I don't do friendships, because people will try to use their friend card to get free stuff. That's not me. I'm not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Rashad, he about to battle Trez. That's the biggest look he ever got. Big Cat just battled somebody he felt was, he you know what I'm saying, helped him out. He just battled Sheffy. King Shada just battled Emery Forbes. Like, I'm not trying to put my guys in a lesser situation. Damo don't like where anybody other than Roster, because yeah, he said Shada said it's no shade to any league for anybody out here to stage. Damo not looking to work with anybody other than the roster because it's always BS. Facts. So from me, it's like I don't want to be friends with y'all because I don't want to have to keep trying. Like, people try to use their bro thing to get what they need. That's not me. I'm trying to do business, bro. So anybody on my roster, that's why my roster, my bad. That's why my roster don't publicly talk about me, because I know how to talk to people and do business, and I know how to talk to people when I'm wrong. So anytime you see anybody from my roster battle on the stage, they got something from it. Whether it was a name, whether it was something. I'm not out here just, oh, this my bro. So no, you battle for free. Like, no, we not doing that, bro. Cause I was once in a position where I got paid, and you know what I'm saying. I got paid, so I know how it be. Like, you wonder, that brings out good performances. People feel good, they got paid. Oh, they had enough time. So this is all the stuff that I had to learn just from being a battle rapper. So, like, for me, I just feel like with Stat, it's like he trying to, like, hold on to something that he literally didn't build. Like, you gave me the platform, and then I made it better than what you ever done anywhere. So how can you say, like, you're doing this? I'm the reason. Like, first of all, the way the whole league on the thing came about, because let me just say this: anywhere that I go, I've always been the knownest. I can't say that about OSBL because they did have people that went to URL and so forth. But I was a part of the first class. Everybody knows me anywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? So when I left OSBL, I was already on OSBL. But the thing about it is, a lot of people didn't know because I'm from DC, but I've lived in Atlanta for 8 years now. So when I was on OSBL, I wasn't living in DC. So my biggest thing was always, yo, let me migrate to other places,
Mhm.
which is like Atlanta. You know, I done battle everywhere, like, literally, besides the top platforms like RBE, whatever. So I always was the, like, okay, I live in Atlanta. Why am I going to just go to the DMV when I could go to Florida? I go to North Carolina. I done battled in Houston. Somebody breathing hard as hell. I don't know. I don't know who that is. Sound like you done fell asleep. Who that, Bishop?
I'm good.
That's Cat. You alright, Cat?
Nigga, my shit
Bishop?
muted, bro. My
That's
shit
that's
muted.
that's Bishop then. Young Black Kings though. But look, for me, so I'm like, it's like this narrative of like, oh, you got your name here. You gotta understand, when I started migrating, I was still a rookie. So anywhere I go, nobody's knows me. I start off on OSBL, and then I went to Atlanta and battle rap society, and then I got hit up one day like, yo, you want to battle my guy A plus? That's how that A plus battle came about. So fast forward, like, one day he was just like, yo, I don't think I should. I don't want to be the league on. Like, he never even asked me. He just left the group, sent me like all the logos. And everybody was like, well, what's going to happen now if Staten not the league owner? And I was like, yo, everybody calm down. I was the co-owner, but I made my name to promote, to as I became the co-owner, I was already like one of the most popular people on the stage. Everybody knew that. I was doing spaces. I was able to talk trash and still be good on battle day. Most niggas not doing that. So it's like, yeah, for me, it's like, You keep trying to say you gave me the league. No, you quit, sent me the logos, and then you disappeared. So now I feel like you trying to take credit for some because it's some fact you see that it's doing good. Now I'm gonna say this, bro. I have over 40 battles, and I've thrown at least 30 events. There's no way nobody can teach me how to do that. Like nobody gets credit for that. Like I did that on my own. So I throw probably at least 20 events a year. In my 2 year span, I probably done through 40. So let's just say it because I remember one month we had through like 4 events. Who you talking about? I'm talking about stat.
Yo, I have a
Um,
question. I just want to
yeah,
make sure that we get this clear. So there was a stage before when you was at OSBL, right?
yes, to my knowledge, yes. Because I didn't come over here as an owner. I came over to the stage originally as a battler, which I battle A plus.
Okay, just
Hey, if
wanted to.
y'all one thing before you keep going, if y'all on Facebook, go to the YouTube because it's not letting me open the Facebook comment. If y'all could just migrate to YouTube, it'll let me pull up the YouTube comments, not the Facebook ones.
I want to say this too. The stage happened because I remember vividly. I remember this. So this had to be 2020, 2021, one of the two. Matter of fact, 2020.
Oh, not to
It,
cut you off, I'm just answer this question right quick.
go ahead, go ahead,
What
go
are
ahead.
the most significant stat battles that he's run stage? The biggest person to my knowledge was when he brought royalty out to Mississippi. That's the biggest name I ever knew him to bring. But go ahead.
So Stat was over UBL South. That's Gray's league. He was over UBL. So we had different divisions. We had UBL Midwest, UBL West, UBL South. At one point, we did have a UBL New York, and then they got rid of that. And then bruh started doing white rhino parties, and just start taking them everywhere or whatever. That was part of UBL as well. Um, we had caught a lot of flack because Stat was doing a lot of stuff a lot of people didn't like. He kept booking people like Lil K and other stuff, and just it was just laughing stocks, and like other divisions was looking down on us, and he wanted to do stuff his way, and it didn't happen like that. So he left, or whatever. And after he left, he started the stage or whatever. And I wasn't
Right.
undisputed at the time or whatever. And Domo was like, he gonna help him, but he was like, me and Gray cool. He ain't got no issues. Anybody battling over there, you know. So really, he started like a little rumor, like, oh, if you battle on the stage, they ain't gonna let you battle on UBL. But Boss J was running. He got picked. You know, he didn't get picked. He basically got forced into it because he was like, if I don't do it, nobody else gonna do it, and we ain't gonna have really no battle rap scene in Mississippi or whatever. And he slick hated on Boss for even taking it or
Hey,
whatever.
I got one comment question.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Somebody said, did he have a hand in any of the backouts this weekend?
I don't think so.
To my knowledge, no. But that post he made after the fact, it didn't help his case. Like, it did
I
not
mean,
help his case.
I ain't gonna say he'll do something like that, but I wouldn't put nothing past him. But I
I don't
think
put none
Remy,
past
I think
nobody.
from the conversations I have with Remy his own man. I don't think Remy would back
Yeah.
out on a battle
Nah,
like
nah.
that
That's why I said Remy.
or
That's why I
whatever.
said we not
Yeah.
saying we
So
didn't
and
like.
yeah, you know, I just want to finish up real
Go
quick
ahead,
because
go
I
ahead,
got
go ahead.
something to say after that. Like, so he started the stage like it was he started the stage and it was whatever he was doing. I ain't paying no attention or whatever. That's how the stage started. And then I guess it fell off because of whatever he was doing. And I had told Domo because Seven had hit me up and he was like, "No, I want you to do this battle over here." Instead, ain't got nothing to do with this
Right,
because they know
right,
how me and Stat beef go back. Like you did a lot of flaw shit, and I said, "Excuse my language, Young Black
right.
Kings," and I said nothing about you. I've sent people your way. You know what I'm saying? Even told them like I ain't cool with him, but he'll begin it to everybody. You know, so, but the stuff that he was saying behind closed doors and doing behind closed doors or whatever was petty. But now you want to sit here and say, "Oh, you brought no, like, bro, you did all this stuff first. You did all that, and you dislike it because I'm bigger than you ever were, and I don't even take it serious. Like, and like, so to me, it's just like it's the stuff that he does is so
Right.
childish and pointless, right?
Yeah, and
And
then
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 for
for me too, like we've tried to make amends. Like I'm not gonna sit up here and act like
mhm.
I hate the guy. Like we done tried to make amends, but it's just like it's too much. See, like, think about me. Like, I'm not going to attach myself into drama. Like, I'm not. I want my league to be known for good work. That's what it's been since I took over. I'm not trying to be like, oh, this a wrestling league, or this they need drama to. So, you know what I'm saying? Just to kind of fast forward, because I know you said seven name, because a lot of people want to know why me and seven fell out. So I'm gonna get to that. Um. So basically, with me, how me and seven kind of fell out is like, all right, he was the co-owner, and seven, I always felt like seven is a guy that he has the funds to do what he wants to do. Sometimes, just because you got the money, and just like he reminds me of COVID, kind of like, you got the money to do what you need to do, but that don't mean you know how to do it. So
Hmm.
for me, seven was always like, he got the money, but I feel like he wanted to do his own thing. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Auntie? Shout out to Auntie too. She cooked for the Tulsa event. But well, think about
Shout out
seven.
Auntie.
Think about seven, right? I feel like he always wanted to do his own thing. He just didn't have maybe the time, because I know at some point he was trying to do the BT cipher stuff. He was real tapped in with the music. So to my knowledge, like at the time when he was the co-owner, I could just tell he wasn't in it. But me being me, I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing because somebody else don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So um, I say that to all to say this: the whole time he was with me, he paid for two things. It was the second quiet room we did. He booked the quiet room through his man's, and I guess his homie gave him a price. And then when I asked him, I don't think his homie knew that we was to in a partnership. So the thing about it was, his man's was like, "Yo, it's 200." He told seven 100, and I'm like, "Well, seven told me 100. Now you telling me two, so I don't know what y'all need to, what I'm saying, figure that out." Because, which I understand, like, okay, seven, my homie, I'm gonna give him the discount. I don't know you like that, so I'm gonna give you regular price. That's understandable. So to my knowledge, seven did pay that part, the other half, which was 200. That was when we set up the first Ruinous ever. Y'all don't know, Ruinous turned into a big event, but the first ever Ruinous battle was me and Noon in the quiet room. That's when I came up with. So that Ruinous stuff, that was my idea. The quiet
You
room was,
bring your ugly
yeah.
brother to
So the
every
quiet room
battle.
though, I'm not gonna lie, the quiet room, the whole idea, that was his idea. So the first battle in the quiet room was me and Seven. So Seven lives in Atlanta. So that's how that came about. So we did 3 rounds, we introduced it, everybody loved it. Fast forward, then it's crazy because Chrome was on the second one. Chrome and Noon was on the second one. So the third actual quiet room battles was, it was me and Noon. That was the first Ruinous, and then y'all, if y'all remember, Trey Boogie and Noon was the fourth time in there. So we did 4 events in that quiet room. That I know of, the first one he paid for was for me and him to battle. Everything else I paid for except the miscommunication on the other one. So fast forward, he Seven was always the cameraman, the production. I say production because he had lights and stuff. And if y'all remember, when the stage first started, I was hosting. I wasn't behind the camera like I am now. I was hosting at first. So the thing about that was, Seven has this thing where he wants to use iPhones. I'm like, yo, that's cool. Like, that's cool. Like, we just started. That's cool. But like at some point, to elevate, I feel like we need to get real cameras. You know what I'm saying? So long story short is, the camera y'all see now, that's the camera that my mother bought for me. You know what I'm saying? So my mom was like, yo, I don't really think y'all should be using iPhones. Let me just go ahead and buy you a camera. You figure out how to work it. And y'all see I done adjusted, camera look good, whatever now.
Shout out to
So
moms.
for him, it's like he always wanted to use the iPhone. So it was cool at first, but for me, I'm like, yo, we want to be a top league out here, bro. We gotta like have cameras. Like, come on. Like, the phone's cool, but that's not what we doing. So
It just sounds like legitimate business. You want to
yeah,
have
so
legitimate cameras
I
and
can't
things.
say this, right? Because like, I always felt like he never really wanted to be around, but I'm not gonna sit up here and say he never paid for nothing either. So Ruinous 2 came about. And um, as I'm editing the footage, I'm like, yo, when you shoot in battles, you supposed to shoot diagonal from a person. So let me just give y'all an example. If a person stand on the left side, you're supposed to be on the right side because you're supposed to get across from them. You're not supposed to get beside them. So I'm telling them this. I'm like, yo, to my knowledge, we have a relationship where I can hold you accountable and vice versa. So I'm telling him as I'm editing the battles, I'm like, people don't understand when you have a vision, sometimes it doesn't appear to be how it is when it's time to edit it. So I was telling them like, yo, if the battler stand on the right side or the left, so the battler stand on the left side, you're supposed to be shooting from the right side. You don't get the side of the battle rapper, you get the front of them, the front side of them, if that makes sense. Y'all get what I'm saying?
I get you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's why I was telling them like, yo, you know, this is how you got to shoot the battle, Seven. You can't do it like that because it don't look. It's not how you shoot battles. So we always had two phones. One was basically the straight ahead, so you can't mess that up because that's not even moving. So he had the phone like this little thing that you hold. It's like a cage. So long story short is I finessed them battles, but the conversation that was had was, oh, so if you feel that way, because I'm this somebody I'm thinking my brother, somebody I'm cool with. This is like, oh, he's like, oh, if you feel that way, just do it yourself. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, first of all, I'll do it myself. That's one. Second of all, I already felt like you wasn't helping. So it's not like you're not help. You're telling me that that don't bother me because I already feel like you're not helping. So a lot of people don't know Stacks wasn't even supposed to be a part of nothing. He came along because I feel like I wasn't getting no help. So like I tell my cousin, I'm like, yo, since he's acting like this, I feel like at some point he's either going to depart or I must get rid of him. So, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I could shoot the battles myself because a lot of people don't know I do music videos outside of just, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I do music videos. So I know how to shoot battle. Like, that's not nothing. So he was just like, yo, I want to use the phones. I don't think the camera you got. See, and the thing about it is, to his like, I'm not one of the people that just I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna take accountability because we're not cool no more. To his defense, you can't just pick up a camera and start shooting. You have to learn certain settings in it. So at the time, I didn't understand that particular camera because I had just got it. So I didn't know about different loops, presets, autofocus. This is stuff that I learned now that y'all see the footage now is good, but this stuff I had to learn because people just assume when you get a camera, you could just pick up the camera and start recording. It don't work like that. It's certain lenses you got to get. Certain memory cards provide better 4K. It's a bunch of stuff that goes to a camera. So at the time, we was like, yo, let's just shoot the battles on the phone and let's shoot it on the camera. So we all because I always been a league owner where I like input from my roster. So that was to me, that was how we was going to dispute that. So it was when I'll never forget the day. It was the event. It was frequency two plug battle lotto lit. I'll never forget it. And we went inside the group chat and we asked everybody. He said, "Yo, what looks better? This is the phone angle. This is the camera angle." Everybody said the camera angle. He got mad, left the group. I haven't heard from him since. And you know me, I'm not chasing nobody. So that's the reason how. That's the reason, to my knowledge, if it's a different story he want to tell, maybe he could tell his side. But to me, that's how we fell out. And then once you leave my whatever, we not together, bro. Like I'm not about to chase no nigga. Like if you want to leave, bye. Like I don't went through many of errors. I kicked the whole original roster out when Seven took go. I mean when Stat was here. So it's like I can figure it out. It's not like I don't need anybody. Now, the people that's around now, yes, I want people around, but I don't need anybody. So to my knowledge, that's just how we fell out. So then, boom, right after that, COVID came along. And you know,
When you
Cole was like,
can't get the boogeyman, they come
yeah,
get me.
shout out
Leave a
Cole too,
no
man.
hole size in your forehead,
And
feast your
the thing
third eye.
about it is, you know what I'm starting I don't like is like it's the difference between battle rap and real life. Like
I don't think a lot of people understand that. Say that. Say that one more time.
this stuff we be getting into it, to me it's not nothing to like it's not real life. You didn't kill my mother, you didn't kill my sister, like you didn't steal from me, whatever the case may be. But on at the same breath, I do live by certain principles still. Like just because I'm a league owner, that doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying? He said, or a ball cap except me. So yeah, so boom, COVID came along and he had this group called Startups. Um, they footage basically got lost with the spit that he stuff. So a lot of times y'all see people like, oh, Startup started on the stage. I'm not gonna take that credit for that. They started up on Spit That Heat and they footage got deleted. So all their kind of first battles that y'all might have seen are on the stage because y'all know I'm gonna put the footage out. I'm not gonna delete nobody footage. I'm just
So
not
what
gonna.
happened with Spit That Heat?
To my knowledge, is people were buying views, and that's kind of like uh Kevin had rented it from Blow.
Yeah.
Now I don't know the whole story, but it wasn't being run right. Just long story
Hmm.
short, Blow deleted everything. I don't want to get don't get me lying because I really don't know. So I've always heard like the whole buy the view thing, and I ain't think enough of it because it's not my platform. So they came over here, and I'm gonna tell you from my perspective. Like I said, just because I'm in battle rap don't mean I still don't have man principles. So,
Hmm.
well, y'all gotta understand, a lot of leagues y'all go to, like, how can I say this? A lot of leagues y'all go to, they're not as intimate as certain platforms you go to. So I say this to say this. The stage is a very intimate league. And when I say intimate, I don't mean like kissing and hugging, whatever. I mean like we talk to each other every day. We're watching all the battles. I make sure we all comment on every battle that drops. So when we see something that don't look right, somebody gonna point it out because we all pay attention to everything that goes over here. A lot of leagues they'll drop it. They don't have a group chat. They don't have a Facebook group, so they're like you can get away with that on certain leagues, but over here you can't because, like, say for instance, if I post a battle, right, you got your first set of crew, which is like Show Shotter gonna watch it, Keynote gonna watch it, Big Cat, and then you got the second wave like Dylan, Mike Beasley, Casey, and then you got the other wave that come out of nowhere like Trey Boogie. So Trey Boogie's like always the last person to watch a battle. So if Cat seen it the first day, them the first crew seen it, second crew done seen it. We see it was at 300 views. Now by that time, Trey Boogie done seen it now. So now Trey Boogie seen it go from 300 to 1200. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
explain the buying views and how it work far as watching videos and how the comments work. Okay, so I can say this. When you buying views, we all okay, so we all always have a idea or we always think somebody buying views, but it's no way to prove it unless you're behind the paywall. So like you can tell when somebody buying views, but you can't prove it unless you maybe screenshotted it or like you catch it when it happened.
You can go to the because I'm gonna be honest with you. You can
Right.
go to what's that? You can go to Stat Select Battle League
Yeah.
and you can go look at their highest viewed battles
Right, but
and you
okay,
can
yeah.
look at and you can
I
see the
get that. I
people.
get that.
Yeah,
But I'm
okay, and they're stuck at the same thing identical. You can
yeah,
tell
but
by the bots and everything
listen
else.
though. Stat is not going to be the one to show you the analytics.
I know he's
So,
not.
so the analytics is to answer the question that's in the comments. The analytics is bots. So let's just say, let me give you an example. If it's a 30-minute battle out, right? An average watch time on a 30-minute battle is maybe 2 rounds. So let's just say
Hmm.
2 rounds, 230. The average watch time, you probably gonna watch a round or two. That's just human nature. The average watch time on a 30-minute battle is probably like 6 minutes, give or take.
Hmm.
The average watch time for a one rounder is normally around 4 minutes because you're gonna watch maybe the first half of the round, whatever. But when it says like 1 minute 59 seconds, that's bots. So that's all them people. That's you buying views and clicking on it. So to answer your question, the only person that could really see if somebody buying views, like some stuff is pretty obvious, but actual proof is the league owner because he can go behind that channel and show you, hey, this is this. So to get back on topic, I'm honorable. So I'm gonna tell you, like, I wasn't even the one pointing it out. You feel me? Like
Hmm.
somebody pointed out in the group, and I tell y'all, like that, like I just told y'all, the stage is an intimate battle league. So if we see something, somebody's going to see something and say something. It's not you're not getting away with buying views over here because we watch our battles all as a collective. I make sure everybody like and comment on the battles.
Hmm.
So somebody pointed out that somebody bought views. We addressed them, and nobody's going to admit they buying views. So that was like a big thing. And if y'all remember, not to bring this up, Keynote, because I know you listening. If y'all remember me and the Keynote battle, at the end of my round, I say, to them niggas buying views, trash, glad. The day I buy views, I'm gonna take off this do-rag. That was for them because that was the big controversy of my league. So, once you get the buying views jacket on your league, people just never gonna believe you.
Yeah.
So like that was like, okay, boom, you buying views. So after that, I feel like they stopped doing it because we figured it out, whatever. I wasn't even mad about that. Boom. Fast forward. This was when I was battling, like actively battling, because y'all know 2000, I want to say when my league, the first year my league started, I was battling still and throwing events. So I think I battled like 20 times in 2023, I believe. So at the time, I was throwing events, and COVID was throwing his own events, but I was still doing the camera and stuff. So we was just throwing a lot of events, and I was battling. So I would always tell COVID my schedule going into, what I'm saying, up and coming weeks because I'm like,
Mm.
yo, obviously I can't shoot the battles and battle in another state. So um the Hope Trilly and Lady Caution, that was originally on what card, whatever the Cinco de Mayo card is. I can't remember the name of the card. That's when J2 and XL battled. It's called, I think it was called Boss Pin Massacre. That's what it was. So the battle then wound up going down. So I'm telling Coben, I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, we're just gonna reschedule it for a later day. I was like, okay, that's fine. It's normal battle rap. Everybody not gonna show up to battle, whatever.
Mm.
So I'm telling him my schedule. I'm like, yo, I got this coming up. Are you planning on throwing any more events? He was like, oh no, I'm gonna take the battle to TBL. So I'm like, whatever. I ain't think nothing of it. I'm like, maybe he got a collab event with them, whatever. He's like, yo, nah, I'm with TBL now. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to me, that was just like, I'm not with the stage no more. That's what I got from it. But I wasn't about to be like, yo, nah, that's what you want to do. I like, I'm not about to. I told y'all. I mean, I'm not in a relationship with none of y'all. I'm not chasing
Mm.
nobody. So long story short was, I just felt like he didn't communicate that with me. Like, yo, like, you know, I came over here to do a partnership with you. It's not going how I think it or I would like it to. So I would just want to try this with TBL. That's fine. That's all you had to say. But it was just like, oh yeah, I'm not doing the battle here. This is so. I was like, okay, cool. So people have this thing, and I always say this, like they think you beefing with them because we're in competition. So at the time, it was the elite roster and it was startups. So that's just it's friendly competition. So I guess they felt like when they have an event, I'm trying to like I don't want to be there or nothing. I'm like, nah, dude, it's not that. It's just like I'm the cameraman. Like I run my events different to other people. I'm here for the battles. Some people do like the lollygag XYZ, and COVID is more so he likes to his events are more like parties. It's nothing wrong with that. But if I got this time slot for 6 to 10 and you going over time, now you are kind of interfering with me because I'm trying to leave at 10 o'clock. I'm not trying to be here
Mhm.
because you had all the battles and you just sitting around. Like you could have ran the battles and then party. So that was like always our biggest thing. Like I think people feel like COVID was more so lenient with, and I'm more so like I'm about business. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So startups always felt like they always felt like I guess they felt like it was a division. Or I could be lying. I don't know how people feel, but that's just what I got from it. So that was the situation with me and him. Um, he still like he still be like talking to me here and there, but I'm just one of the people like we're not doing business together. I'm not about to act like we're cool. So boom, fast forward. He introduced me. Well, I wouldn't say introduced, but COVID is cool with a lot of people. So it's this person named Flex, which is the girl I did an event with. We did one event together. I'm gonna tell you what happened with that. So she comes up to me, Ruin is 2. I'll never forget it. Yo, Ruin is 2 had Dylan, Lotta Zay, G-Lo versus Plug, Mookie versus KD, and it was I can't remember the other battles, but she's like, yo, you should let me help you. And I'm just looking, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of through with the helping part because every time I try to work with somebody, it just doesn't go how it goes. And it don't go right. I don't know why. And for me, I'm like, yo, if you doing an event with me, I could do the camera work because I know it's still dropping on my channel. You don't have
Mhm.
to worry about a cameraman. You don't got to worry about that funding now. You could use that money for something else. So she was like, well, if that's the case, I could just pay for the venue since you already doing the camera. And then like we set up a couple battles. Shout out to her too because that's how we found Camo. I'm gonna give her credit on that. She definitely brought Camo to All Hallows Eve. That's when he battled Kush. So we did out of that situation, Camo did come about. So I give her that. So boom, I was like, I give you a chance. I see what's going on. So to my knowledge, every person she has done business with or kinda did business with, she kind of felt like, oh well, I've been getting ripped off. So I said, yo, you know what? I'm gonna just let you do it your way so you can feel most comfortable. So the thing about it was the live streams was coming in. She wanted to do early bird tickets. Now I'm gonna tell you why I personally don't do early bird tickets. Because let's say an event is $20, right?
Mhm.
And advance tickets are 15. Yeah, you gonna get them people to buy them early bird tickets, but let's just say 10 people buy 15 early bird tickets. It might not seem like a lot, but that's 5 times 10. That's $50. We already know battle rap ain't really a high market until you get up
Yeah.
there. So it was like she wanted to do the pre-sales. I said, okay, whatever. I don't do pre-sales because, you know, $5 may not seem like nothing, but if 10 people got $5 discounts, that's $50 that could have went somewhere else. So I'm like, okay, we'll do it your way. So long story short is the end of the night come around and she was like, yo, I don't, it's something not adding up. And I was like, well, I don't know what happened because you were in charge of the door. I didn't touch no money. So and I was telling her, I'm like, yo, with the live stream group, you could literally see you in there and count. If you feel like I did something, just count how many people in the live stream group.
Mhm.
I can't rip you off. You see all the people in there. So long story short is she felt like I feel like it wasn't adding up. It just wasn't because I don't do pre-sale tickets for that reason. So, that was just that one event and I'm not gonna get into all the other technicals and stuff because that really don't matter. So yeah, with her, that's kind of why what I'm saying, just never got cool again. And it just for me is like my biggest regret is always just like giving people an opportunity to even get in my bubble because now I feel like people they could say certain things about me that if I would have just went about things how I normally do, and people had this thing like, oh, I'm standoffish and stuff. But y'all gotta understand, a lot of these people that used to work with me, they asked to work with me, and me just being optimistic, trying to help people out. That's the
Mhm.
part people don't see, and then they try to turn it back on me when stuff don't go their way. That's just how life go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the reason why me and her kind of, like I said, Camo, we got Camo out of it. Shout out Camo and stuff. So it's just like for me, all these people that ever reached out was like, it was always like, yeah, man, they wanted to work with me. I never really wanted to like work with these people. So the reason why Dolo didn't stick around for the stage era was I just felt like with him, he was never really tapped in. Like I'll tell him something or something be going on, he just didn't know. Like, and I'm just like, bro, how you gonna be a co-owner and like you're just not
and not be
engaged?
involved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, and it's like, and to me, it's ways you could be involved without being directly involved. Like you could at least know you could at least for me, like you could at least know the events coming up. Like, come on, bro, like you could pay attention to little stuff like that. So it just got to a point. Me and Seven came to agreement that he just didn't fit what we were trying to do. So that's why Dolo kind of like I just feel like he wasn't engaged as much. But it's so crazy because out of everybody, I'm gonna tell you why I don't like Seven. Like that's one person like I just don't like him because I don't like the two face stuff. You sat on live with me for a whole hour talking about somebody, then you try to work with them after you talked about them. So for me, it's like if somebody asks me something, I'm gonna tell you I said it. I'm not about to sit up here and act like I didn't go on live. So like me being me, and I always say this: when you in a position of leadership, people do look at you a certain way to provide certain. So like, so I'm gonna give you an example. Like ARP and Smack never kind of really got it together. They never got cool. But just imagine if them two put their egos to the side and was able to work together. We probably would have got Hitman Holler and Mook, stuff like that. But it's like, your pride coming away and you can't get the stuff you want. So for me, it was always like I wanted to do stuff for the region so we all can just be big, like pause when necessary. But it's like every time we about to like come to the round table and try to figure it out between Stat, Seven, whoever else, it's just like everybody still want to be their own man. Now I don't know what Smack and ARP situation is, but it's just like we have been trying like several conversations have happened where we trying to like unify this little fake bubble beef we got, but it's like it's not working. So for me, it was always like when I became a league owner, I said, "Yo, I'm not gonna really book the talent that I basically got left behind because at that point, if we all booking the same people, we recycling the same people. That don't make sense. Your league not gonna grow like that." So I was the dude
absolutely.
I was the dude that went out there and like, yo, I'm gonna find Show Shotter. I'm gonna find Big Cat. I'm gonna find me a Jay Skizzle because I don't want to recycle the same people. Because at the end of the day, bro, it like if I'm being completely honest, like me, Stat, Seven, Ja Real, and a little bit of Dallas, like we kind of all recycling the same battlers, bro. Like if you think about it, like if you really sit down and think about it, like Poppy G over here, Remy over here. It's just like I don't want to be the guy where it's like, okay, we booking this mega matchup over here, and then you book that person over here, and at the end of the day, we all just kind of like recycling the same people. At that point, we should just support each other, but it's not gonna happen that way because everybody wants to. The problem is, bro, it's like somebody got to work at McDonald's, bro.
Come on, fool.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem because somebody do got to work at McDonald's. Somebody got to sweep the floor up. Somebody got to go clean the bathroom.
I
You
don't
Yep.
think
also need the
I don't
manager.
I don't think that's the issue though. I think it's more of matchups where people want to get those matchups on their platforms. So it's like you're not gonna be able to unify on most things because some people are trying to like tie people down to certain
Yeah.
platforms where they use them like only you can only be over here. Where it's like
But that's what I'm saying.
as a
If I book the same matchups or the same type
Can
of
I?
people,
I want to say something,
but
and I want to be real with it, right? Anybody that sticks to one particular platform or a circle, right? And it's not OSBL, Gates of the Garden, uh, what's bruh man name? What's his league? Or Bullpen or Geechee Gotti's league or what Chilla them doing? You're hindering
right,
yourself. You're hindering yourself because I'm gonna tell you something. Nobody gives a crap what you did on on Flatline, or what you did on whatever the league's called in Shreveport, or what you
Right.
did on Real Spit, or what you did on the stage, or what you did on Stat Select. Nobody cares about that. Like, you can't go and brag about, oh yeah, I got 1,000 views. What is that?
Right.
Nobody cares about that. Like, you have to get out first. You have to be good. Second, you have to be able to promo, and then third, you have to have connections. Once you do good and you got the right connections, everything else will fall in place. You can be a good battle rapper. You just don't know how to promote yourself, and you don't have the right connections. And when
Right.
people figure out that you're good and you don't know what's going on, they will take advantage of you. They
Bottom of
will
the
take
card.
full of it. Yes,
Trying to get you
full
for
advantage.
free.
Yeah, we're trying to do this for you. We're trying to do this. He don't even know he this talented, but he don't even know his worth. You know what I'm saying? They'll get you like that, and they'll try to play these mind games with you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I try to tell as much artists if I want, like, the more you battle in the South, you're hindering yourself. You have to get out the South, bro. You have to get out the
And
South.
that
You
was
already.
and that and Big Cat stopped me when I lying. That's what I said at the beginning of the year. I said, yo, the only way this league gonna grow, because at the end of the day, we still recycling the same battlers, the same fans, the same people copping live streams. Like, it's not no different. It's nothing different going on. If this person battling, this gonna make this person cop a stream. I don't want to recycle fan. I don't want to use what everybody else doing. So Big Cat stopped me when I lied. I said, yo, this year we gonna have to migrate, because if we keep doing like this, it's not gonna get nowhere.
What's the highest viewed battle on the stage that you have that you book?
J2 and XL. That's at
How what?
like It's like 7,000.
Seventh. I bet you money. I bet you money. If me and Trey is battled on your platform, and I drop that flyer, and he dropped that flyer on Twitter, I guarantee you we would do that in probably a day. A
Right,
day.
right, right.
A
But
day.
this we
But that's
talking
just
about
cause
YouTube. We talking
but
about
that's
YouTube
cause
views though.
but I'm saying, yeah, I'm talking about YouTube views. And I'm
YouTube
saying
views is different.
that's just because people don't like me. So they coming in to see what the hell I did in the first place. They
Right,
gonna come for him, but I know how to sell my battles. I know how to
right,
promote. I know how to go in different spaces and say, oh yeah, we want to see this. Because it was really supposed to happen on the Entourage. You know what I'm saying? It was trying to book that on the Entourage. But it's like people got to understand, like, you got to pick something on in battle rap. And what I figured out is, if you're the bad guy, the views gonna come because they hate you. They're
right,
never
right.
gonna give you that credit that you did good, but they're
And,
gonna
like,
hate you.
and that's what I said too. Look, the most people we ever got on live was like, it was like 30 before, and
Mhm.
the views is like 9 people right now. But watch when we get off of here and go about our day. All of a sudden, them views gonna come out of nowhere, because you got your set of people that's gonna actually listen. Then you're gonna have your people that they don't want to seem like they listening while it's happening, so
Yeah.
they gonna come back and listen.
Yep. Yep. They're gonna come back. You got to make sure. They got to
Yep.
make sure they heard what they heard. They
Or
got the
they
people that's
or
going.
they didn't want to be seen while it was happening.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know how it go. You know how exactly it go. So for me, it's just like, uh, yeah, I always said like, yo, we gotta go somewhere else, and that's how Tulsa came about.
We made a
That's how,
list, made a
yeah,
whole
that's
list of
how
places.
DMV came about. And now even like, I kind of glad we did that now, because even when we throw events in Atlanta now, being as though they're not frequent, I feel like people appreciate them more. Like our anniversary card, I'm not lying, bro. It was at least maybe 70, 80 people in there. That like it was a lot of people, bro. Like, so it was like, what I'm saying? I always said like, this year we gotta migrate, because it's no way. Like, if I book this person, like, even if, like, let's just say me and Remy battle went down, all it's gonna be is SSRB and my people. It ain't gonna be no new people trying to look at that battle. And that's just me being honest, bro.
I mean, that's like what I said, and I was asking people. I forgot the event you threw on the same day as Hitman event, and when it was like, why he just wouldn't throw it the day before? Why he just wouldn't reach out to Hitman, or reach out to somebody to get in touch with Hitman? We could have had that. We could have had that lit, because a lot of people get in town the day before, have nothing to do. Everybody could have went there, you know, or
Right.
whatever. But that's just Doc. So I mean, it ain't hard for you to hit up Doc, be like, yeah, I'm throwing this event the day before, yada yada yada. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And then that opened up the way, be like, you could possibly get this battle on that. That'll get a lot more people through the door too, and want people to come see it. You could reach out to him. You could collab like you could do it the day before. Such and such and such. Everybody come support that. Then everybody go support that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's ways to make money, and it's ways to do other things and network and stuff like that. I'm just to the point where I just want to do this type of stuff with battle rap.
Yeah,
I
I ain't
have.
gonna lie. I'm
I
at a
have.
point like I think people would think like because they see you doing something, they think they could do it. Like
Mhm.
it's not. First of all, it's not easy throwing one event. Imagine throwing 20 a year or just like. But I always say this: anybody that know real business, you can't be a businessman if you're not a natural hustler. And I don't mean hustler as you
It's a
used to
fact.
sell drugs. I mean you gotta know what's going on. You gotta know what gets the people. So then, like for me, it's like all right, when I first started throwing events, I know my first year, I'm trying to get people to get familiar to for them to even pop out. So y'all don't remember. I lost a lot of money my first year, but y'all don't remember if y'all didn't start with us, you know, because you know everything from the beginning.
Hmm.
We was charging $5 at first to
Yep.
get in. But that was because we was trying to get people to get in. We can't start off with 20 if nobody know who it is.
Atlanta is a real pain in the behind when it comes to battle rap because,
But
like, a lot of people won't support the local battle scene unless it's like
But see,
certain
this the this
people.
this the thing about me that I've seen just being a league owner. You can't expect people to pop out if you're not promoting.
That's a
That's the
fact too.
whole point of that's why I do interviews. That's why I do face-offs. All of that plays a part of people coming. You know what I mean? People say, "Oh, I seen Dylan talking crazy to Camo. Now I gotta come see that. Oh, I seen this guy talking on the face-off. I seen that. Oh, I gotta come see that." See, a lot of times people think like, okay, you build your name, you could just put out a flyer. Like that's not how that works. That's the whole point of even big leagues do it. URL. Even the night before they do the press conference. RBE. People might argue one last time. People might about to fight. Oh, I gotta see this battle because not everybody don't be on YouTube. So it's like when you see something live, that might make you say, "Oh, A War was about to fight. Oh, I gotta see the battle. I'm pulling up now. I'm copping the pay per view." So I tell people all the time, you can't just throw an event. Like you have to promote it. It's all about promoting. Some people charge too much. They don't know what to charge for certain events. Like all that plays a factor. Like it's been times I done charged $10 for Chef Trez, G-Lo, Reaper Rail. But it's not to buy, it's not to make my money yet. It's for people to get accustomed to the stage. Now every time we pop out, we have a crowd because that's just something we built. And you know, you still gotta do face offs, you still gotta do interviews. You gotta get your artists to promote. You can't expect to just throw a flyer up and people gonna come unless you are one of them supers like Mook and Hollow, Hitman Holler, that's gonna sell regardless. It don't matter what they do. But I bet you, I guarantee you they do a face off. They not gonna not do that face off.
Hmm.
So yeah, a lot of times people think they can just throw up a flyer, people gonna come. Nah, it don't work like that. You gotta be a hustler. You gotta get out here and get people to join the league, get people to tap into the Facebook groups. And I think that's what the good thing about this new roster is like they don't have no problem basically not being the man because a lot of times everybody want to be the man. So with this group of guys that I got now, it's like everybody they don't have problems commenting, they don't have problems sharing each other's stuff because they know this could be bigger than what it is if everybody just do what they supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like
Collective business minded, bro. Yeah, bro.
yeah
Like you trying to push it forward, and it's just it takes an effort,
right
group
right.
effort.
Yeah, because even like I can't do everything myself. Like, there's no way. Like, it's just no way. But like I was saying, yeah. So, and I always told myself like I don't want a big roster. I want people that's gonna be, cause one person, if one person doing what they supposed to do and five people not, that one person could still overshine. So if it's 10 of that one person that's doing what they supposed to instead of 100 people and only five of them doing the other 95 people you got not helping if they not contributing, they not promoting. You could just have a bunch of people sitting around. That don't mean nothing. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Every league owner has their own vision. So you gotta just figure out where's your lane. And I kind of jumped on this live to like just address everything because I be real quiet and I see everything. I see it like people throwing events the same day as me, people trying to tell me what I should do with my league. Like, that's not how that works, fool. Do what you do and worry about what you worried about. But at the end of the day, we not about to act like. niggas is beefing in real life. But for me, bruh, it's just like all this like niggas just don't got principles no more. I just don't know what's going on, bruh. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
So
Crazy
yeah.
out here, gang.
So Tulsa, and oh, let me say this too. So I gotta highlight this person because it was crazy. Like I feel like he disrespected me by asking me this. So total stranger inboxes me. He like, yo, um, can I cop a live stream still because the battles? You know what I'm saying? I like the car. Woo, woo, woo. So I'm like, yo, only two battles happen. Save your money. Boom, that's that. He like, yo, I'm trying to do my first card. I want to book you and Remy. I said, bro, first of all, be for real. Like let's start there. And I don't know like what he thought, but it's like, listen, bro, I'm a vet in this game. I'm not letting nobody they first event throw nothing with a matchup that could mean something. You're not even gonna know what to do with that matchup. You're not gonna do no face offs. You're not gonna build it up. You're gonna try to set the price too high. I already know. Like nobody that throws a first event is throwing a battle with me that means something. Now, if you got some random dude you want me to battle and you want to pay me, cool, we'll do that. But yeah, bro, we not doing that.
The
So
matchups, the real matchups
yeah,
that mean something, you want to really present them the right way and get the most out of them. And everybody's trying to do that on their platform.
okay, we got another comment. Hold on. Talk about the part of making your roster list and how other leagues start doing the same thing after you posted yours. Oh yeah, boom. I forgot about that. COVID made a comment the other day. I was just like, ah. And we talked in private, so he know I said it. He said verbatim, "There's no reason for us to beef because we share some of the same people." First of all, let me say this: the only person that I got from COVID was Bucky Blitzkrieg, and that's because Bucky doesn't really want to travel to battle. He's not one of the people. He's not trying to be a battle rapper to make it to URL one day. Bucky is just one of the people like he really enjoy battle rap. He not trying to further his career, but he just wants to battle here and there. Now, when he said share people, and then he also said I don't mess with him because I want to take the spotlight or shine something like that. I was like, bro, I'm like the least person that wants to be seen. How am I trying to steal the shine or whatever the case may be? So it's just weird because for me, this is how I feel. I take the time to really give opportunities out just for people to try to fake snatch my talent up. Like, I seen the TBL list came out. I wasn't mad at the Bucky situation because but Bucky's where he came from, so I understand that. But I seen that Rugrat was on there, so I'm like, come on, fool! Like Rugrat was literally like, like a lot of y'all on the roster now, y'all basically like been somewhere before, but Rugrat and McLaren, like they have never battled and started here. So it's like for me, when you do stuff like that, don't say we're sharing talent, because that would mean I would have to agree for you to do it. And shout out to Rugrat, but like he's not one of like he cool, but he not one of my main guys. Like you can have him, like I don't care about that. But to say we sharing rosters and we doing this, like no, you basically try to go behind my back and you think what you think something is not what it is. So the thing about it is, people have this motion that like I got a roster, but like it's a reason why my roster never went public and talked down on me. Like I take care of everybody. Now the where the disconnect might be is that people come over here and think they're gonna get the same privileges as a roster member. That's not how that works. So then when people leave and it's not what they think it was, it's like, oh, I went over there, it wasn't what I thought, or they might have something bad to say. But you've never seen nobody from our roster ever say anything bad about me because obviously when you have a roster and you have people that just battle on your league, you're going to treat your roster a different way than people in your league that just battling. So if let's say for instance, if Big Cat come to, if I ask Big Cat to battle, I might compensate him because he's on the roster. But if it's a dude that just came out of nowhere, why would I compensate him? He has no ties to me. That makes no sense. So a lot of times people come over here and be like, "Oh, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that," and y'all gotta understand, being a part of a roster is not just about talent. Nobody wants like I say this when people used to get on Smack about basically like when people used to get on Smack about basically like pulling people from battles, on the outside looking in, we think that's a bad thing. But as a businessman, think about it like this. You never had nothing going on before you got to me. I'm using my platform to build your profile up, and then you go battle Joe Schmo on a random league. And you probably didn't get paid for it, so you just doing it to do it. So like when people used to get on smack about that, like I understand now that I'm a league owner, like, damn bro, I just built you up. You just battled Loaded Lux. Now you want to go battle, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times these dudes they don't have guidance and they just think battling is battling and battling. And I give you another example. You you Bishop,
Hmm?
you remember Dylan before I got him, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody like I'm not trying to downplay Dylan, but once I got Dylan and kind of built his profile up, now everybody talk about Dylan. You know, some people might not feel he's as good as he gets the credit for, but people are definitely he's definitely in them conversations.
Yeah, Dylan's
So it's
consistent. Dylan
yeah,
gon' Dylan gon' he don't care if somebody die. His family. Dylan showed
yeah.
up to that battle.
So that's my point. Like I build up something like a Dylan where Dylan been around, but he not. I feel like he didn't get his just due until he got in a position where I helped him, and you know what I'm saying. We got him some names. He done battled Ladaze, Brinks Belvy, Chef Trez. So like people come over here, they say, "Oh, I like Dylan." You know what I'm saying? Like that's one. That's a name that people say. So it's like for me, it's like okay, I built you up, even though I didn't start you here, but you build you up, and then so for him to COVID to get back on COVID, for him to say we're sharing rosters, no, you go behind my back, and then you sell these people a dream, and then you know I'm the type of person I'm not gonna never tell nobody to battle nowhere else. But I'm at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you like, yo, does it make sense to you? You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense to you, then go do it. But I'm never gonna tell nobody not to battle nowhere. Also talk about how people go out their way to battle here because they weren't getting looks anywhere else.
It's
Hey,
business
Domo,
though.
You give them a chance and they change on you. It was good, Bishop.
Domo. Hey, I gotta go real quick, bro.
All right, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, be safe, bro. I'm gonna
Yes, sir.
still be on here though. But yeah.
All right. If I can tap back in, I'll tap back in.
All right, yeah.
All right.
So I already know Big Cat gonna run the two man, but yeah, I was just talking about that show. We give people opportunities. They get their biggest looks over here, and they think it's because of them. But like I said, going back to what I was saying was we have an intimate league where every battle that drops, we comment on. It don't matter if it's Rugrat, it don't matter if it's me, it don't matter if it's Trey Boogie. Anywhere on the roster, you gonna get them like that, like and comment, because that's just the statue we built. So yeah, so like for me, it's like I've had multiple people do that, and then once they realize it wasn't what they thought it was, they always like, "Oh, my bad. I'm trying to come back now." Like, nah, man, we not doing that.
Yeah, people gotta be better business savvy when it comes to like how you gonna move. Just like you said, getting different connections and how you move and understand different people
And the
and
biggest thing is
on their
like,
platforms.
the biggest thing is even with that, it's not even about just stepping out and doing whatever. It's about really just the communication part on it. Like, people will really just be like, "Oh, well, I'm doing it." Like, they'll just do it without communication, and then like just basically act like it didn't happen. I'm like, fool, you know I can see you. Like, you know I can see you.
Well, I mean, some people that just don't want to be acceptable, for their actions, accountable. You know,
Right,
people.
right.
It's like a low accountability thing. You know,
Exactly. Hold on, I got another comment. Exactly. When they make an obligation, have an obligation hit. Especially when they have an obligation hit. Yeah, nah, that's a fact. So You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just me being like, I just don't care, bro. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and baby people. Especially a lot of these people are older than me. So I'm definitely not going out my way to
To fix them situations. Yeah.
yeah, like come on, bro. What and this is my biggest thing, right? If we just take battle rap out of certain stuff, it's like right is right and wrong is wrong. If I agree to a battle and I say, hey, I'm not gonna do this battle and do another battle, it don't even matter if it's the ops or whoever platform. You know that's not right, bro. Like you're not about to act like you don't know that's not right.
I mean, I think we know that though. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I think we know that. Like, there's no avoiding like stuff like that. Like, some double handed moves. Like, and you know that people are pulling them, and you just
Right.
don't know who's capable of it. But everybody's capable of it. So it's just like
But see,
you
the
gotta
thing
let people
about
play
me
their hand.
is, bro, like I'm pretty sure you probably picked up on this. Like I'm very optimistic, bro. Like if it's something not going right, I'm gonna look at the positive part of it. Like, okay, this might not have been right this time, but moving forward, this is what needs to happen if we want to fix something.
Right. I will say that you usually
Right.
keep a positive outlook on things to look for the positive of the next thing.
Right.
I will say
Exactly.
that.
So if something not, I say that to say this: if something's not right, it's gonna be right either the next time or the time after that. But it's never gonna be a situation where it's just like it's just not gonna not get right. Like it's gonna get right eventually. If it's not this event, it's gonna be the next event. Not that event, we gonna get it right eventually. Because like I said, I didn't. It's no manual to this league owner stuff. Like it's no manual to being a battle rapper. We all learn it. We all in the indie leagues. We all trying to learn as we go.
Progression.
Then people will use an excuse of saying the other battle was a better look, a better yeah, and then it winds up not being that. So like, yeah, it's no even with life, bro. Like I said, we could use life. It's no manual to life. It's no right or wrong answer to life. Everybody got their own perspective. Everybody success is perspective. Whatever you think is like, you might be okay with living in a one bedroom apartment, going to the crib, not owing nobody. Or you might be a person where you feel like, oh, I gotta be a millionaire. Um, it's just whatever is comfortable for you.
For
And I
you,
think
yeah.
I think what people problem is that we see one league and be like, well, this league is only doing this league only do that. Maybe that's what they comfortable with. But it's just like, you just gotta figure out what works for you. But like at the end of the day, like I said, somebody gotta do it, bro. Somebody gotta cut the grass. Somebody gotta clean the bathrooms. Somebody gotta sweep the back. Somebody gotta take the trash out. Somebody gotta flip the burgers. It's no business. And
Right.
the problem is everybody wants to be in the leadership role, and everybody's not a leader. And I always say this: in order to be a good leader, you have to follow something. It's all leaders are followers too. It's nothing wrong with being a follower. You just gotta not, you know what I'm saying? Because a follower, and like I said, even with battles, like battle rappers, I don't like the term like when people be like, oh, fans, da 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 da, fans, da da da. But at some point, we all had to be a fan before we got involved in something. So like,
Right.
if I say I wanted to be a battle rapper, I was a fan of battle rap before I became a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? So when people would be like, "Oh, the fans shouldn't have this much input," I do agree some fans shouldn't, but it's like we all had to be fans or fans of something before we became a part of. If I wanted to be a basketball player, I didn't just pick up a basketball and start shooting. I'm pretty sure I'm inspired by something.
Right,
That's the
but your conversation isn't fully credible until you've actually done it yourself.
right.
So it's
Or
like
put the work
once you
in.
get to that transition of being a fan into integrating into whatever culture that is, that's when your conversation then becomes valid. When it's like, nah, I've actually done that, so I can say how difficult or not difficult it is to do that.
Yeah, and a great leader was once a great father. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Even still to this day, even though I'm the league owner, part of me being a leader is to follow what you're saying. So if you have something, a concern, or you think something should be better this way, I still gotta follow you in a sense to get that, saying whatever end result.
I'm glad you said that. That just goes to trust.
Right.
Like being a follower, like you're trusting that whoever is leading you in the right direction. So like when somebody is talking to you, you trust that what they're saying is the correct information, something that's going to be, you know what I'm saying, helpful. You know what I'm saying? So it's the
Yeah.
same. It's the same thing. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I just feel like, how could I say this? I feel like me just being always wanted to do my own thing. It kind of could be a good and a bad thing because it comes off as, oh, you just think you all that, you arrogant, you got your own money, did it up. Some people don't like that, but it's like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I don't. I always wanted to do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Or even when I was in OSBL or like all these other leagues, like I would just make sure I stand out as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Even if
Right.
I'm not. So sometimes wanting to be your own man is a it could be a good and a bad thing too, because it could be looked at as you being too cocky or this that and it's not even that. Like, and I would say I would like to think that I'm a pretty fair person. Even when people do stuff I don't agree with, I don't go publicly embarrass them. I don't curse them out behind the scenes. I just say, yo, okay, cool, we keep it moving. Cause you definitely don't want to say stuff to people that rub them off the wrong way. But that could be just perception, how they take it. But you don't want to be the league owner with like a bunch of problems where at some point you can't. And the reason why I stay solid and do good business is because I do know I have to travel and what I'm saying, I have to be in different states for my business, my brand to be successful. So if I got a battle in Philly, I'm not gonna talk shit to Reed Dollars, like, because I know if I go to Philly,
It's
Reed
going to catch
Dollars,
up to you.
yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I always say like, but my biggest thing is just like, at what point do we just say, what I'm saying, this is how somebody is and it's not going, it's just how they are. And if we want to deal with it, we want to deal with it. I just feel like with stats, like, come on, bro, you gotta stop the weird stuff. But at the end of the day, is this just how he is? Maybe.
Well, if people are how they are, I mean, I'll say this from the conversation that it sounded like earlier, it sounded like a lot of stubborn stuff where it's like, even where earlier you were trying to give constructive criticism in
Right.
the hopes that it's progress ahead. You know what I'm saying? And like somebody being stubborn enough to take your words a certain way, you know what I'm saying? To like change the
And
narrative or something.
I'm gonna say this too. Another thing I hate it. It's like I don't go out my way. Like it's been plenty of times we done had shows, we done had interviews. People always address or they bring up somebody I know I'm not cool with. You never see me say, "Oh, forget them" or "F them." It's always, "Yo, shout out to them. I hope they keep doing their thing." So for me, it's like, if I'm not sitting up here bashing nobody or I'm just minding my business, why do you feel like you got to keep attaching yourself to what I created? So I say this to say, like, it's just like, how like Michael, like, I don't even want to say Michael Jordan. You know how like somebody was good in high school and he just keep holding on to their high school days. Like, bro, let it go, bro. Stop mentioning me. If you're not gonna mention me in a positive light, like I do y'all, like all these other people, I just say shout out to them. If you want to keep attaching yourself to my brand, bro, just like stop. Like why you feel like you gotta keep saying, oh, this is what it used to be. Oh, since he used to be here, I might could get the like, bro, leave it alone, bro. It's gone now. Like, do your own thing.
Yeah, we in a different space and
No,
progressing forward,
like,
doing new things. So you
and I
should
get
be in the
it. I
same
get it
place.
though. I get it though. Like when you are in a certain position, somebody gonna always have something to say. But I just feel like I said, when it comes down to like we not about to sit here and act like we don't know each other. Like, come on, bro, stop saying my name. Like, stop saying the stage. Just stop saying my name. Like every time I look up, it's like an anonymous post. Like, wow, what we doing? What we doing here? What are you doing? Like, what is that? What is that helping you to say? Oh, I used to own UBI. I used to own the stage. Let it go, bruh. You don't see me sitting up here talking about some. Oh, I used to be the first class of OSBL. Like, we don't even talk about that no more. I'm talking about what I got going on now, bruh. Let it go, bruh. I don't know what you're like. You're such a fascinating with what I used to do. Like, let it go, bro. It's really like annoying at this point.
Yeah, everybody got to fend for their own. Everybody got to fend for themselves, you know.
So
And
sad to say, I don't know why we gotta keep bringing this up, But you got to speak on booking events 3 months in advance. Nothing against competing with other leagues on same day events. Now that's a fact. So just to clear this up, every event right now we have out is out until September. So I don't want to hear no, oh, you had an event this day and you didn't know about it. No, you knew. We got unfinished business to May 31st. Stick to the code June 14th. Ruin is 4. June 28th. We got Bad for Your Soul July 12th. June, July, August. We got Augmented Mayhem August 16th. And we got Tulsa on June, July, August, September. We got Tulsa in September. So I always put out my events so people can't say, "Oh, this is what I try to do." No, we're not doing that. And another thing I hate is like I see y'all. I see people all the time like, "Oh, they throwing the event this day and why they shouldn't have did it with this or they should have did it like this or we should go support." No, no, that's not how that works. If I plan my event, I'm not got to not have my event. That's the whole point of when I that goes back to my previous point. The reason I don't stop my events for nobody because I have my own fans. When y'all come to these events, y'all don't see people that normally be around. These are people that some of these half these crowds that we be bringing, not even battle rap crowds. They just be like people we really cool with. And they coming to support. Don't get me wrong, you have your battle rap people that's gonna come, but the point I'm trying to make is that if an event if somebody throwing an event and it's another event the same day in the same area, that's not going to affect me because I have core fans. I have core relationships, core followings. So we're not thinking about, oh, they go this or this or that. Like, we're not thinking about y'all, boy. Bruh.
Which also leads into because you book your events 3-4 months in advance, it's difficult for me to understand why people keep backing out of events so late,
Right, right.
or
Or
like
the day
what
of
or
still.
day of, like what's taking so long to communicate that I
Right.
can't fulfill the obligation that I set for myself.
You know what's
If
so
not,
crazy?
people should just stop agreeing.
You know what's so crazy about all of that? I always like it go like when I think about people that back out of battles, it just makes me feel like you like you never been nowhere. Like you haven't like you don't enjoy the ambiance of like maybe being in another city, like that's really why I like battling, like because I get to see like that's a vacation for me. Like also I still got to battle, but it's like man, I want to see New Orleans. I want to see this, so that makes me want to go more because I know I never been there.
The business trip.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah. So I don't get it, but like another thing that I don't like that I'm starting to hate is like, well, you didn't did it up, but you didn't say that though. If you said that, that could have been either agreed upon right there. So like a lot of times people will try to throw it at, well, you wasn't even paying me for travel, but you didn't ask either. So how you even know if you was gonna get that or not?
Right, yeah, like it's like if the event is booked 3 months out, 4 months out, then 2 weeks out, you shouldn't be asking for
Right.
travel provisions.
Yeah,
You
because now
had
your flight is $500 and I'm not doing that.
We could have figured
When it
that
could have
out.
been when it could have been
You
$60.
know what I'm saying? Because it's very easy to say there's a possibility.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's very easy to say.
Or I could just say no, I don't feel like you deserve that. I'll find somebody else. But don't wait till it's too late to say, well, you wasn't paying me, so why should I? You didn't ask either.
Yeah, and then they try to use it as like a smear campaign point to be like, oh, well, this person's not trustworthy because he's not trying to help me get here because this and that. I'm
Right
not
now,
doing that.
now I'm broke. Now I'm broke because I don't want to lose money. You're not going to help my. You're not going to help my ROI. And that's another thing with business, bro. I'm a businessman, so I'm looking at ROIs. I don't really trip about because we seen it, bro. You book names, they only come by themselves. You don't pay. Why would I do that when I could just pay my roster, knowing they're gonna help the brand, they're gonna try to sell something, we're gonna get something back out of it. So that's why that's why the whole like conversation of like, oh, I think we should put more invested into the roster instead of just trying to build this up, and it's working.
Yeah, people's profiles are building.
I'm not losing money. Hey, it's all right.
Sure.
Y'all all right with me right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's weird, bro. But at the end of the day, the fact that that I have a passion for this, that's not going. it's not no outside stuff is gonna make me want to say I'm done with this. If I ever say I'm done with this league on and stuff, now that I know the ins and outs, it's gonna have to be like I'm just done completely, like mentally, physically. You know what I'm saying? I my mind got to be out of it. But like hating and side comments, that's not gonna make me stop the league, bro. Because like I said, it's no manual to this. It's no manual to life. We all learning as we go, fool. Yo,
Yo, you can hear me?
yeah, yeah. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, my bad. I left off the Wi-Fi. My bad, fool.
Oh yeah, yeah. But nah, I was just saying, it's no manual to life, bro. We all figuring it out as we go. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
all gotta
everybody's
learn.
working, progressing.
Yeah, so this won't be my only time addressing anything. Do you got any questions before we cause I pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, you definitely addressed everything, bro. I like the flow of the conversation. Actually, um, if I did have a question, bro, I would ask, what exactly do people expect from like somebody who's trying to like do honest work? You know what I'm saying? When you got honest work that you're trying to provide, you know what I'm saying? Like you only give us so many chances to like really like show face before you start losing credibility. You
Right.
know, and it just seems like a lot of people might be stubborn to that or whatever. But it's at a certain point, it's like, you know, 'cause I don't know niggas, but you know what I'm saying? Like stories in the grapevine, meeting people personally, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
and
So
nobody's out here to protect your public perception. That's not a thing. We're not doing that.
yeah, and not like I said, man. I don't know what anybody else going on, but I always teach you the roster, even myself, to basically just try to be positive as possible because at the end of the day, the negativity is cool for the now, but 5 years from now, 10 years, y'all look back on the stage. I want to say, hey, it was good battles on this platform. It wasn't no because the drama is not gonna last.
It's good. It's good battles on this platform without the wrestling. Like we don't need you don't need wrestling all the time to have like legit storylines and real real content. Especially with like you said how intimate the team is. It's more like it's like a team, a brotherhood. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying. We work together for the ultimate goal.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this, man, because I know it's gonna happen. A lot of times, my roster tells me don't say nothing. I only addressed this one time because it started to become a build up to a point like it was like no some stuff got I gotta say something now because that whole situation over the weekend was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then just to try to book it after the fact, I was like, nah, I gotta address a lot of stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know I don't know who's right or wrong, whoever had bad intentions, but or whoever had right intentions, whoever thought they was doing the right thing, or Remy might have been doing the right thing, and then it might have been perceived this way. Whatever the case may be, long story short is no amount of money. It's nothing gonna make me do that battle. I'm good on that because it's like I don't like the rollout after the fact. And I don't think Remy lying about his tooth. I'm not saying he lying, none of that. But it's like who you around can mess up your opportunities too. That's why I always tell y'all, watch what y'all say out your mouth. Watch what y'all do because that could mess up you. And when you got that's the position of being in power. You gotta watch what you
Facts.
say. I can't go online. I could probably go online and say LeBron or BITCH. He won't see it. But if Jay-Z say it, he gonna see it as soon as he say it. So my point is that niggas gotta know what they saying. Niggas gotta know how they move. Niggas gotta watch who they moving around because you're a part of that too. So I say this to say this that I wasn't really feeling the rollout, and it's just like to just play in my face, like to just say, "Oh, can we book it over here?" Like y'all gotta
Nah, that's
understand.
Friday.
Y'all
Yeah,
gotta understand. Money and principles don't. That it's not. It's not.
oil and
It's
water.
yeah. Exactly. No.
Oil and
There's
water.
no amount of money that gonna make me say I'll do the battle now. So I'm not, and then I'll say this too. I'm not Loaded Lux. I'm not Murder Mook. I get it. I'm not the guy with the highest profile. Whatever you want to say, because they'll try to be twisted like, oh, he ain't nobody to say he not doing the battle. Whatever you want to say, fool. But my principles, I'm not doing that battle no more. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Remy. Shout out to SSRB, whoever, shout out to them over there. Hope everybody keep doing their thing. But that battle is officially all. Yes, I had 3 rounds. I had 3 Taylor rounds,
Taylor.
but I battled so many times, fool. It doesn't bother me. It's actually a relief when I don't got to battle. Like when I found out I wasn't battling, I was like, okay, cool. Now I could just run the event smoothly. Ain't got to think about no more rounds.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not tripping, fool. Like we good to go. The stage ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? We kind of chilling the rest of this month because our next event not till end of May. So we gonna be chilling for a couple weeks. We still got a battle or two to put out from the last event we did get out. Tulsa was amazing. You know what I'm saying? People still popped out. People still supported, even though they knew we lost a lot of battles. People was like, "Yo, I'll still pay just to support because I know how it is." You
Shout
know
out
what
to
I'm
them.
saying? So yeah, shout out to Tulsa. We will we will see the first two. I kind of let Headache do his thing, but I gotta put my league on the hat for the third one because I'm like no, because if I feel like if I would have booked certain battles, people wouldn't have. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. Episode 15. You got any last
Yes,
words?
sir. Hey, man, y'all look at this podcast every time, man. No matter what it look like, we talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? Damo had to get that off his chest. You know what I'm saying? So we
And we not
outside.
biased, bro. If you want to come up to the show and say what you gotta
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
come on
yeah.
up. Hey,
We definitely
or
have that before.
I could join yours. It's not like I'm not ducking no smoke. My inbox always open. I always reply right back for the most part, unless I'm asleep. But yeah, man, we not. Let me just say it like this: we not thinking about niggas like how that's perceived. Like we really just cooling, trying to do our own thing, man. Y'all gonna get this podcast episode 15.
Yes, sir.
I see y'all out there trying to do podcasts too now, all of a sudden, and y'all doing all this other stuff. But I'm gonna let y'all live, man. Y'all know who y'all are.
For a little bit. We gonna let you live for a little bit.
But yeah, man, that's just me addressing everything from the beginning to the end. I know I normally don't address things, so I was like, I feel like now was definitely the time.
He kind of bowled over. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like okay, this enough is enough. So
yeah, that's it.
you know, y'all can get this podcast episode 15, man.
Shout out to the stage, man. Let's get it.
Big Cat, Damo, Guapo, Bishop left, but yeah, Bishop, Show Shot, a keynote, the regulars that come over here. Shout out to all y'all as well.
Shout out to y'all,
All
man.
right, I'm out, man. This shit is stay.